Well, hello all my YouTube friends. Thank you for tuning in today. In today's video, I am going to be doing a fabric and pattern pairing. So I'm going to be taking all the fabrics that I am intending to sew with this fall and pairing them with some of the patterns that I am intending to sew with. And I'm hoping that these pairings are going to be good. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, if I should switch patterns around with different fabrics or whatever. But today, that is my intentions. I am intending to share with you some of my ideas and my plans for these patterns and these fabrics. Also, I want to share with you my latest fabric haul from from fabric.com and Mart fabrics. So if all of that is interesting to you, stay tuned. Okay, everyone, so we're going to get right into the video, and we're going to start with this burgundy and white dot fabric. This is a 100% rayon fabric that I purchased from fabric.com, and I am thinking about using the Butterick B6763, and I'm thinking about doing a view B for this particular project. As you can see, it has buttons that go down the center front of the garment, and it has a V-shaped neckline. It has somewhat of bell sleeves, not quite fluttered, but bell sleeves, and you have an option to put a tier on the bottom of the dress, or you can put ties on the dress as well. So I really love this pattern. Unfortunately, it only comes in plus sizes. So again, it's not unfortunate for us plus size women, but unfortunately for those of you who are smaller, you're not going to find this pattern in a size that's below an 18W. So this particular pattern goes up, so it goes from a 18W all the way up to a 32W, and it is easy, but it has 15 pieces, and the fabric suggestions are challis, rayon, crepe, cotton blends, and those types of materials. And I'm looking at about 3.5 to 3 3/4 yards of fabric. And I'm also thinking about doing the deer in doe. I think it's called Myosotis dress, and it's this pattern right here, and I really love this pattern. You have two different options. I'm thinking about doing the view that has the tier on the bottom, and again, against this beautiful burgundy and white dot fabric, I think it will be just such a great pattern and fabric combo. So those are the two things that I'm thinking about doing for that particular fabric. So moving on to this feathered fabric, and this fabric is a charmeuse fabric that I purchased from Joann Fabrics, and it's such a beautiful fabric. It has a really soft face and a very soft hand. It's so drapey and it's so dreamy. It's a beautiful fabric. I love all of the different the flower details, the feather details going throughout the fabric, and I also like that it's on a black background. So when we're thinking of fall, we don't really think of those dark colors. We think of more vibrant, rich colors like burgundy and orange and, you know, all those bright colors, but I really like that it's on a darker background. And so that's one of the reasons why I select this piece, because it's just a beautiful piece. But I'm thinking about doing the pixie dress with this by Style Arc, or the Simplicity S9262, and I'll put a picture here so that you can see what those look like. But those are some of the ideas that I had for that particular fabric. I'm not quite for certain what I want to do with it yet. There's also a Berta pattern that I was thinking about using as well, and the Berta pattern that I was thinking about using is the Berta 6221, which is this pattern right here. I already had a chance to sew with this pattern, and I did a mock-up of it, and I also did a finished garment of it, but I made my dress out into a shirt instead. I think it would also be really cute as a dress, and so I did this version right here, and I made it into a top. So I think that would be really good for that feather fabric as well. Okay, so moving on to another piece that I purchased from fabric.com. This is, I'm gonna call it a cinnamon fabric because it reminds me of cinnamon. It has these big nice floral details on the fabric, but it also has like these abstract lines that's going throughout the fabric as well, which is really cool, really neat. It's on a black background, and again, I'm really feeling these black backgrounds on these fall type pieces this year. So I really like this one, and I was thinking about maybe also doing the Butterick B6763, which is again this pattern right here. I would love to do the version with the tier on the bottom, maybe get a few dresses out of this pattern before I go ahead and tuck it away in my stash. So really looking forward to that one as well. Okay, this next piece is it's on a blue background, and it has birds as the print, and it's a really gorgeous, nice navy blue color. So this fabric is so rich and so vibrant, I could not pass this up. So I am thinking about a couple of different projects with this particular piece. The first is I was also thinking about the pixie dress by Style Arc, but I also was thinking about that same Berta pattern at Berta 6221, and I was also thinking about the Simplicity S 9265 as well. So I just was thinking about a couple of things, just having like a straight silhouette with that one, just so that you can see all the beautiful birds and things like that on the print. It's just a beautiful print, and I just wanted to have something simple and elegant that will really just draw attention to the print. I don't want to have an elaborate dress or anything like that, just something very simple so you can actually just see the print. So I was thinking about those types of patterns for that particular piece. Now for this last piece, this is a fall piece as well, and it's also on a black background. So you have like these burgundy leaves, you have some white and some deeper tan or brownish leaves, some gold leaves, just really gorgeous print. Now I purchased this particular piece from fabric.com, and when I ordered this, it said that there was only 1 yard left. However, they sent me 1.5 yards. So I have more than what I expected to get, which I'm really excited about, because that means that I can actually make a long tunic or a longer top, or a top that has bishop sleeves or something like that. I can actually get more out of this fabric than if I just had 1 yard of the fabric. So again, I'm thinking about something like this, or maybe something like the Simplicity S 9334, or maybe that, you know, turning this Berta pattern into a top or something like that. So I'm really excited about this particular piece. They no longer have this in stock at Fabric Mart or fabric.com as of this video. They may restock it, I don't know, because it is fall. So they may restock this piece, and I am on the lookout for it. However, this piece is also available on Melanated Fabric. So this is the online fabric shop that is by Brittany of Brittany J. Jones and Mimi G. And so they also have this particular fabric on that particular website as well. So I have been looking out for a sale or something like that so that I can actually get this fabric, because I really love it, and I would love to have it as a matching set, maybe a top and then also a skirt. So I would love to get another 2 yards so that I can actually make a skirt out of this. But those are all of my plans, the plans that I have for my fabrics and for my patterns for this particular fall season. I hope that I can get a lot of these things done, and I can actually pair these things and see how these different things turn out. But again, I'm really excited. And if you think that maybe I would do better with a different pattern with some of these fabrics, or maybe if I can switch some of these patterns around and use different fabrics for different patterns that I've selected, let me know in the comment section below what you think about all of that, and if you have any other additional thoughts on what I should do. All right, so with all of that said, we're going to go ahead and switch gears, and I am going to show you some of these beautiful fabrics that I picked up from fabric.com as well as Fabric Mart Fabric. So these are all new fabrics that I picked up, and I think this is going to be my last haul for a while. I just wanted to get some new fall fabrics, so I think this is going to be my last haul, maybe until I don't want to jinx myself, but maybe until late winter or so. So anyway, I hope that you all enjoy the fabric haul. Okay, so now I want to talk about some fabrics, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about these fabrics while I'm over here on the table here. And I want to talk about some of the new fabrics that I just received from Fabric Mart. Now this is a beautiful rayon jersey knit, and it's such a beautiful color. And as I told you all before, burgundy is one of my favorite colors, especially during the fall season. And I am just in love with this. It has a really nice weight, and as you can see here, it's quite fluid. So I'm really going to love working with this jersey knit here, you guys. It has a really nice weight as well. In terms of weight, I think this would probably be somewhere between 6 and 8 ounces. It's not thin at all. It has quite a bit of weight to this. So I'm really excited to work with this here. The next piece that I purchased from Fabric Mart is this beautiful Persian blue fabric, and it's basically the same fabric as the burgundy fabric. It's just a different color. It has the same weight, the same texture. It's a rayon jersey knit, and it's really drapey, and I really like it as well. Blue is one of my favorite colors, and so I could not pass up getting this piece here. This is another piece from Fabric Mart. It's a rayon challis fabric, and it's navy blue. It's a navy blue background with floral white details, and it's a beautiful fabric with a lovely drape. Look at that drape. It's such a beautiful fabric. I haven't decided what I want to make with this, but I definitely want to make a dress. I have 2 yards here, so I'm not going to be able to make an elaborate dress like a gathered dress or anything like that, but a simple A-line dress would be really cute, especially for the fall. I also picked up this cotton shirting fabric, which is a little heavier than I expected for a shirting fabric, but it still is a very beautiful fabric. It's a cotton stretch fabric, and the invoice here says that it has diagonal plaid prints, and that it's cotton lycra. And I really love this. It also has a back facing, so it's double faced, but the back is black. So that's really nice because you don't even have to line it. But again, it does stretch. So it's thick enough that you can definitely make a pair of trousers or shorts, a structured dress or skirt, even a button-up top, I think would be really nice with this fabric as well. I just really love the design of this fabric, the print, and that's one of the reasons why I purchased it, and then also because it's blue. Now Fabric Mart has this in another color, actually 2 more colors. One is gray and black, and the other is like a soft magenta and black fabric as well. Next, I picked up this beautiful pale blue fabric. This is also a shirting fabric. Now this is exactly what you would expect for a shirting fabric. It's very lightweight. They are calling this a pale blue fabric. It's a bit translucent, but not, you can't really see through it, but it is, in terms of cotton, it has that slight stiff drape. So it's not drapey like a fluid drape, but it has a slightly stiff drape. And I thought this would actually go well as a top, and maybe, you know, have those two together. I think that would be so gorgeous, this as a skirt and this as a top. So I thought about that. This is on a 44-inch wide fabric though, so it's not a wide fabric. So I went ahead and I purchased 1.5 yards, but the top that I'm thinking about, the pattern for this that I'm thinking about using, only calls for a little over 1 yard of fabric. So I went ahead, actually I got 1 3/4 yards of this, and the pattern calls for about 1.5 yards. So I wanted to allow for some room for shrinkage, since this is a cotton. So I'm really thinking about the new look pattern that has that button up front that I showed you all earlier this month. Let me show you the pattern. I'm thinking this pattern right here, and I'm thinking this top here would be so cute. I haven't decided if I would use this fabric for the skirt yet, but I definitely think the top would be good in this poplin shirting fabric. So that's basically what I'm thinking about for this fabric here. I picked up another blue. This one's a royal blue, and this is a polyester poplin. So this is going to be your cotton polyester blend, and so it's not a 100% cotton material, and so it's a little bit stiffer than the shirting. But I would probably do the same thing here. I would make this top here with this. I picked up this fabric here from fabric.com. And this is another beautiful, beautiful fabric. This is a MIG Fabric. And I love this fabric, everyone. I really, really love this fabric. It's on a black background, so it has dots, and it's on a black background. And as you can see, the dots are both gray and white. So I really like this here. And I have 3 yards of this. And I'm thinking possibly that deer and doe pattern that I showed you all. I think it's called the meiosis or something like that. Meiosis. Yeah, that pattern would look really great with this here. So I think that. And it's a rayon, and it's drapey and fluid. Really loving this fabric. I passed this up a couple of times, and then when I saw that they restocked it, I just had to get it. Here's a crimson red jersey knit from fabrichaulfabrics.com. I purchased 1.5 yards of this, and I basically want to make a top with this. So I got a lot of jersey knits this year so that I can start making some really nice tops, just some basic tops, so that I can wear around the house or wear during my YouTube videos or whatever. So yeah, another rayon jersey with nice drape. Here's another rayon jersey. Now this is supposed to be a navy blue. I thought that this would be more blue than black, but it definitely looks more black to me. But it's supposed to be a navy blue. It's not as light for a navy blue as I had hoped, but it's still a really great weight and a really great texture, so I like it and I'll keep it. Here's my last jersey knit fabric that I picked up. This is another blue fabric, but it's a different shade of blue. I purchased a yard of this one. This is a rayon lycra jersey knit, again from Mart Fabrics, and really nice drape, perfect for a t-shirt. It's the perfect weight as well, and it's not thin at all, so I'm really happy about that. These are 2 items that I purchased from Mart Fabric that came in the mail with my recent order, and I haven't decided if I want to keep these 2 here. This one is a pink cotton lycra stretch shirting fabric, and I purchased 2 yards of this, and it's on a 46 wide fabric. Now this has a really nice sheen, so I love the sheen of it and I love the feel of it. I mean, for a shirting fabric, it's really nice, smooth. It has that semi-structured texture as most shirtings do, but it has a ton of stretch. I did not expect it to have this much stretch, but it has a ton of stretch. So I haven't decided if I want to keep that. And then also I purchased this to go with this fabric here. And I'm not sure if I want to keep this fabric. So this fabric is a white and blue and violet. So it's basically a multicolored cotton fabric, and it's an abstract print. I purchased 2 yards of this, but the print really does not look anything like it appeared on the monitor. It doesn't look, it doesn't have that same feel to it, to me, in person as it looked on the monitor. It kind of looked almost faded. Like if you look around the designs here, it looks almost faded around the designs, and I'm not sure if I actually like that. But I think that I did a good job at matching the 2 fabrics together. So if I decide to keep them, because it may be cheaper to keep them than to send them back, because Fabric Mart does not pay for return shipping. But I think that these 2 would be really well. This would be great as a skirt, and this would be great as a top. I just don't know what I'm going to do with this as of yet, because I'm not sure if I want to keep it. But it is a really nice textured fabric. I love the weight of the fabric. Like I said, it's a stretch cotton. It's a lycra. And so it would be great for bottom weight materials, pants, skirts, anything like that, anything structured, jackets. So, but I just haven't decided if I want to keep it yet. So those are all the things that I have purchased from Fabric Mart and fabric.com. Okay, everyone, so that does it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in today and lending me your time and your support. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And again, if you have any comments or anything that you would like to add to my video today, please make sure that you leave them in the comment section below. I hope you all have a blessed and happy sewing week. And until next time, stay creative. Bye.